Is an introduction really necessary for someone we all know so well?
We'll warm up for a little bit. Now we finna get up out this bit. Y'all, what's up? How you doing? How your mama doing? How your cousin doing? How your kids doing? We good, we good, we good. In the hood, the hood, the hood. Y'all, it is 8:14 in the morning on a Sunday. And we got some things coming up. We got some places to be. And I told my wife, I was like, for a little minute, I'm gonna have to work 7 days a week. Not at that call center. heck no. Not at that call center. But I said I'm gonna have to do some independent contracting on my off day because, like I said, we got some things coming up. And I had kind of whispered to her, and I'm just like, I was better off doing my independent contracting than having this 9 to 5. And I was doing some math. You know, I was doing some math and calculating some stuff and figuring some stuff out. And I probably was making a thousand. I have an arrow, you stupid ass. The is you doing? I have a arrow to make a left. This motherfucker coming up trying to make a right. Just easing the up, easing the up. What are you doing? Where are you going? Who gave you your license? And if you were so much in a rush, why you all the way back there now? Speed it up. Speed limit 40, Bookie Butt. Why you going 15? Anyways, I was telling my wife, like, I was making, if not a full thousand, like really, really close to $1,000 more than working this 9 to 5. And I'm not gonna come and say that it was less stressful, because with any job, it's going to be something. You may love your job and love your manager and love your colleagues and love your clients, but it may be the commute. It may be hard for you to get to that job. You may not have a car, or you may have a car, but it's just not the best running car. It's not the most reliable car. I mean, you know, it's gonna probably always be something. Or you probably work from home, but you hate your manager. Or you love your manager and your colleagues, but you hate the customers and the client. It's always going to be something. You're going to always have something at a job, unless you are doing 100% what it is that you want to do, or you own your own business. Then it comes another type of stress, but it's more of a positive stress, more of a happy stress. It's not a I want to quit and give up unless your business is not succeeding. You know what I'm saying? So with working for myself and being an entrepreneur, it was days where I made no dollar. Zero. I was outside 10 hours straight. I ain't make $1. Or I was outside 10 hours straight and I only made $50. And then there was days where I was out for 10 hours and I made $500. You know what I'm saying? So it was different days, just depending on what was going on and all of that. And at the end of the day, when I calculated my monthly earning, it was more. It was more than what I'm getting at this work from home job. Now, let me tell you this though. It was also more wear and tear on the car. I got my car in 2020, and I did independent contracting. I started independent contracting during COVID around July because I had an issue. Well, I was having issues where my luck wasn't too great at the casino. I never told y'all that I really like to gamble. I guess I didn't feel a need to tell y'all that I really love to gamble, almost really close to an addiction, but I feel like I'm not addicted because I fiend for gambling, but I don't take my last. I don't go find $20 and then go to the, like, you know, like I don't feel like it's an addiction. I feel like it's just a really, really, really severe bad habit of mine, right? And my wife had the habit also, but I think that we both work towards being greater, and she is definitely a step above me with not having the urge as much as I do. You know what I'm saying? I have more of an urge than she does. But when she gets in the atmosphere, it's over. You know what I'm saying? It's over with. So at that time, I pretty much was getting unemployment checks, paying my rent and bills first. I've always put my rent and bills first. Get the unemployment check. You know, we was getting in once a week. My unemployment check was like $830, $815, $850, so $8 something, right? Every week. My wife was getting the same amount every week. So we put our rents and our bills up. Our shit was on auto pay. Our shit on auto pay now, but at that time shit was on auto pay. We put our portion, we knew what the portion was, threw that in our joint account, and the rest of the money that we had, we gambled. Well, we went to the grocery store and we had a Sam's membership, so we bought everything in bulk, whatever. But everything else we gambled, right? And so sometime in July, we had went to the casino, and we would go to the casino any day. Shit, it was COVID. A lot of stuff was still shut down. Wasn't nobody really on the roads. It was a quick shot there. And so we would go on like a Saturday. Because me and my wife, I tell everybody, if we're going to the casino and you call yourself want to hop in my car, prepare to be up all night. Because I'm not, oh, we're here for 2 hours and I'm leaving. Me and my wife will pull a double in the casino. So we'll go to the casino on like Saturday, like midday, closer to the evening. Because we knew that at midnight, if we ain't doing too good, our unemployment check hit again. Sometime in July, I obviously spent the remaining money that I had from one unemployment check. And then when that next one dropped, I think I lost that one too, the complete check, right? And I went home and I was feeling like, fuck, I don't got no money and I don't even got no way to make no money, because if I go get a job, I'm gonna lose my unemployment. And you can call it what you want. I wasn't finna go lie and get no PPP, but baby, if they issue an unemployment checks, I'ma take them. I'ma take them. So I remember, like, it's so vivid to me. I was laying in the bed, facing a window, not in the best mood, irritated. It's like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I get on DoorDash. They accepting people. I get accepted. Boom. That very next, like, DoorDash is so quick. Just so quick to get on DoorDash, right? So I applied for DoorDash. They accepted me. Boom. The next morning, I hop up. I'm going to go to DoorDash. And I remember being on the phone with my grandma too. It wasn't like that day. It probably was like a couple weeks to a month or so later. I was like, I like it. And she ain't really understanding too much. She was just kind of like, so what you do? And how much they pay an hour? I'm like, it's not about an hour. You know what I'm saying? It's about an order. Like, you know, I'm explaining the process. And she's just like, She support me. She just didn't understand too much. She was just like, huh? Not that she haven't heard of DoorDash, but she like, you gonna do this full time? Like, huh? Like, this what you gonna do? And I'm like, yeah, I like it. She was like, well, if you like it, I love it. You know what I'm saying? And hey, whatever gonna pay your bills. So that's how I got on with the DoorDash. And I tried to get another job after COVID, like in between like a 9 to 5. I tried to. I probably got a couple. I probably didn't stay there no longer than 2 to 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? When I say try, that's what I mean. Like, try to get it, stay in it, stick with it. That's what I mean by try. And then I did get a permanent job, and I already knew what I wanted out of that job. My first job, not my first job, but before COVID and everything hit, and before people started dying, I was working at a dealership, and that's when I got my car from working at the dealership. Then they tried to send us home, and then that wasn't working. Then they just laid everybody off, and they was acting crazy, whatever. It was over with, but I got a car out of it. The next job I got was at an insurance company. It was work from home, and I pretty much knew I wanted something out of them, and I got that something out of it. Once all of that was complete, I was adios amigos. Then my grandma passed away, and I knew for a fact that I wasn't staying at that job. Another story for another day, about the specific day my grandma passed away and what was going on. Another story, another day. So after I got what I wanted out of them, I did. And then I went and tried to get another job, and I got the other job, and I loved my manager, and I loved my colleagues. The customers was and it was work from home. It kind of wasn't too much to complain about. It was pretty decent, except for I started kind of feel depression. It felt like, and maybe because the room that I was in during that job was just probably a tad bit too small, but it felt like the walls was closing in on me daily. Like, it felt very weird. It didn't feel open. The first job I had my setup in like the living room area. Then some life circumstances happened, and we had some people living with us, so we wanted to kind of make sure stuff was kind of spacious, you know. And then I didn't want to be like, cut the TV off, cut this off, do that, do this, do that, you know what I'm saying? So when I had got the second job, I moved into our like office room type thing. And then it just felt like the walls were closing in on me. And then even when they moved out, I still didn't move my stuff. I just stayed. But during that job, my mom passed. And after my mom passed away, I really couldn't get right with a job no more, because not only was I like feeling the depression or the emotions or whatever from my mom passing, I also, again, was feeling like the walls was closing in on me daily. And so when I left that job, I ain't really work for nobody else. If I did, hey, look, we listen and we don't judge. If I did get another job, it was specifically because I wasn't probably making the most money that month, or for maybe like 2 months consecutively. And I went to a job to get the training money. Y'all probably like, training money? Yes, that's when you go to a job, you apply, you get hired, you go to your job that's doing paid training, you go through the training process, and you may work a week or two actually doing the job, and then you let it go. Training money. I already knew I was coming for the training money. Training probably be about 2 weeks. I knew I was coming for the training money. It wasn't a big debate on what to do or when I was on the leave. I knew what I was going to do when I was going to do it. So I was doing that. I probably was getting some training money, right? But to really sit back and be like, oh yeah, this where I'm finna work, or this where I want to work, it wasn't happening. So since my mom passed away, I have not held down a 9-to-5. But I was doing my own thing. I was doing my own hustle. I had my own little small businesses here and there, had my own contracts here and there. And so since about about September, October-ish, I've been working at this 9-to-5. And I have noticed a decrease in my income. And I don't like it. And I don't like this job. If we being real, I don't like the decrease in income, and I don't like this job. But what I can say is, with me being an entrepreneur, running these businesses, doing independent contracting, I did a lot of wear and tear on my last car. I ran the miles up. The air went out in that damn thing 2, 3, 4 times. Had to pay to get you. And when you start thinking about how much you got to pay to get stuff fixed, how many times I had to get plugs in my tires, which plugs are cheap. Plugs anywhere between $5 and $10. So that's not a big deal. But then when it's just too big, or you run over something in these neighborhoods, these construction sites, I'm not driving around this stuff on my everyday. My everyday is home, to the grocery store, home, because I work from home. When you're doing independent contracting, you in these different neighborhoods, they got construction going on, you getting nails in your tire, or your tire getting split, and you buying a whole new tire. Tires are expensive. But that is the most inexpensive expense I've had. Oh, look at a Jeep Renegade over there. That I've had when it comes to keeping up the car. Because I had oil changes, but they were free, because I purchased my car from that specific dealership. But then they slowly but surely was like, oh, we're not giving it to you for free no more, because another dealership bought out that dealership, and then they didn't want to give, the same discounts. So I got my last free oil change, and I still ain't paid for oil. It's not even time for this car to get an oil change, but it's, that probably would have been the cheapest expense, but luckily I didn't have to pay for that. But I'm paying for tires. I was buying probably a new tire like every couple of months. And it don't have to be busted. It could have just been because I'm running. You know what I'm saying? They not as effective. They getting bald, bookie butt. You gotta get a tire. I didn't like all that switching of the tires. And then, like I said, air going out, $300, then $500. I think the first time the air went out, it was complimentary. They fixed it for free. It was still under warranty, whatever. The second time they tried to say it wasn't this fan, it's a whole nother type of fan, and it's not covered over the warranty, or you have too many. No, I would have still been in warranty with the amount of years, but baby, the amount of miles that was on that motherfucker, they was like, you're no longer in warranty. But what we'll do, we'll give you a discount, and whoop. And then it went out again, and we had to pay again. It was making noises when I started the car up. It had started acting like it wanted to run hot. So it's a lot of wear and tear on your car. We're doing independent contracting, and that's like the only thing as of right now that's stopping me from saying, okay, bump the 9-to-5 stuff again. Let's get back to this. I know I got guaranteed money working a 9-to-5, and I know I'm not putting no wear and tear on my car, but my mental at that job is not good at all. I'm just being honest. I seen somebody say, no matter what you doing, make sure you do it the best you can, so you can get out of that situation. If you a waitress, be the best waitress in a restaurant. If you a whatever you are, if you a customer service representative, be the best customer service representative you could be. But I'm like, I'm not even mentally here. But that is true. You should always aim to be the best of everything that you can be. You should. No doubt about it. That person that made that TikTok was not wrong at all. It is what it is, but I've now made it to my destination, so I'm about to get to it. I am completely prepared for the workday today. I got my Yeti, which is already filled up, and then I have the rest of the water here, and my goal is to finish all of that while I'm outside. I don't care if I'm outside for 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. That needs to be finished. So I'm going to at least try to sip every time I go into a store, even if I'm doing small routes. Sip something every time I get into the store. And if it gets to a point where I'm taking this in the store, that'll be even better. But right now, I'm not that thirsty. So I'm going to take my sip and dip. And we'll finish this conversation when I get back. All right, y'all, we back in. Whew. That wasn't too bad. It took about 30 minutes. I got to get the hang of the stores again. I haven't been in these stores in so long. I know these stores like the back of my hand. Not a bad start this morning. I'm glad I went ahead and got out the house at 8. I really wanted to be out the house at 7. Sundays is typically a good day for doing shopping orders because everybody's preparing for their week. So they are throwing out massive orders. I honestly enjoy shopping and delivering. I really do. And where I gotta go right now is not far at all. It's like 20 minutes away. And I already got 3 more orders ready for me when I get back. I've learned in this industry with deliveries, you must accept orders that you feel are worth it off the base pay. Because back in the day, I used to be like, this would have been good if they would have tipped, or something like that. And you can't base it off of that because everybody ain't gonna tip. Everybody probably not in a position to tip. These people probably ordering because they don't have a car. They don't have transportation. So, they trying to get it how they live. They may not have that extra money to tip you. Now, I do know I pull up some places, nice ass, big ass places. Houses huge, redonkulously big. 8 cars in the driveway. It has a driveway. No tip. That be blowing me. That'd be a little weird to me. I don't be understanding that. Because at this point, I'm conveniencing you. You can't tell me all these Corvettes is down bad right now. You can't tell me all these cars in this parking lot that you have at your house does not work. You need a convenience little pickup. You ain't feel like leaving your house, that's cool, but I feel like you should show appreciation. And I take pride in my shops. I don't be getting people just anything. I don't be delivering people no moldy shit. If I'm at a restaurant picking up some food and the bag even look like it been crumbled up or separate, can y'all rebag this? Because all that falls on me. I'm the first person to see your stuff. I can tell you they gave it to me like this. I can even take a picture and try and prove it to you at the restaurant that they gave it to me like this. But before I do that, I'm going to try and get your shit looking the way it deserves to look. I don't want to deliver no food that look like that, and I don't want to receive no food that look like that. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, I can honestly say though, when I am out like driving and doing independent work, I get a very big sense of relief. I get really happy. I like independent work. I do a little bit of talking here, a little bit of talking there. I may be cool with an employee at a store. Hell, a customer may even be asking a question that an employee don't know that I know. I'll help the customer out in that particular store. But for the most part, I get to do what I do by myself. If I want to put my headphones in and tune everybody out, I can do that. And I'm not going to get in trouble for it. You see, I can do essentially what I want to do. Everything has rules. Everything in life has rules. You may think because you own the business, you can do whatever you want to do within that business. You still have laws to abide by. But for the most part, I can do what I want. I can play whatever kind of music I want to play. I ain't in no FedEx truck or no UPS truck where they don't even have a radio. Or I worked for Kroger for a short amount of time delivering Kroger groceries because it still was like independent. All I'm doing is going to these people's house, dropping the food off, whatever. They had a radio. We could listen to the radio. We can even hook up our phones. They was telling us that we can't hook up our phones, but they was like, y'all can't, and winking their eye at the same time. Like, y'all can listen to y'all music. But even then, you still want to make sure you kind of professional. You don't want to play nothing too raunchy. I may be in a raunchy mood. You know what I'm saying? I play whatever I want to play, do whatever I want to do. I just love this so much. I just love this freedom. I just don't want to put no wear and tear down on this car. Now, I did see something. Y'all let me know if y'all got any information on it, or if y'all heard about it, or if y'all know how to go about it. People been saying they've been buying decent cars, and they don't have to be nothing luxury to me, but I would like a standard or at least a small SUV, not necessarily a car. But people been saying, they've been calling the impound and asking them when they do their auctions, and they've been getting nice cars under $1,000. If I can scoop me something under 1K, oh, we in a game. We in a game. Because then that'd be 2 cars. I could roll that one. This would be our personal car. That will be my business car. And then I could file everything 100% from that car on the taxes. I couldn't file everything 100% on the other car because I use it for personal pleasure and business. But if that car is solely for business, I could file the whole car on taxes next year. Because I know I'm not the only one that owe the IRS somewhere around 9K. Y'all get it $25 a month. $25 a month is all you getting up out of me, IRS. Y'all get y'all a coinage eventually, I guess. But I just want a peace of mind, y'all. That's it. This is a nice little chit chat. I'm definitely trying to see how I can do better with bringing y'all more videos more often. When I tell y'all that unless me and my wife is doing something, we doing nothing. You probably like, duh, that's how it works, right? But no, seriously, like, me and my wife work from home. When we get off of work, we may go to the groceries. Aside from that, that's it, buddy. We back at the crib. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no in between. It's starting to heat up outside though, so we are going to start getting outside. For this past week, it rained the whole week. So we ain't even really been able to do nothing. But coming up in the upcoming days, we are starting to get more outside. I just have to figure out a way to double vlog, because we trying to run up our new channel, because y'all know the old channel got terminated and a lot of people don't even know how to find us at our new channel. My wife's saying that we come up when you type in our name. So if people are looking for us, hopefully they at least know our name and not just the couple that be on the cruises, because our name is not the couple that be on the cruises. And it's crazy because, like, it's crazy. I gotta figure something out. Now, I don't have to. Like, I'm good, but I just want to be better financially. Like, I'm straight. I can do whatever it is I want to do or need to do with these checks that's coming in or whatever, but I want more. I had more. Like, when you've had more and you sit back and think about it, like, wait, hold on. You know what I'm saying? I've noticed a change in the past couple of months with how shit been, like, going. And it ain't too, I ain't feeling it too much. So I need some more chips. I need some more money. Period. So I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna get it. When I was doing independent contracting, merchandising, deliveries and all that shit, without working a 9 to 5, I ain't really too much had no problem with nothing, baby. That was paying for everything. Paid for all my responsibilities, paying for cruises, going on my trip, whatever I wanted to do, I was able to. And then guess what? I ain't got to put in no dumbass PTO, which my job has unlimited PTO, and I've been utilizing it. Or whatever. But at the end of the day, I just feel too grown to be asking somebody, can I go on a trip? Hey, sorry, not sorry. I'm entirely too grown to be asking somebody, can I go on a trip? Can I please go have fun with my family? I'm too grown for that. And I don't like that. No, I had forgot about that part of working a 9 to 5. Baby, when I work for myself, I know what I gotta do. I know how much money I gotta have. I get out here, I make it, and I go on my trip, and I don't gotta worry about, oh, my boss gonna be asking me this, my boss gonna be asking me that. I gotta see if they approve this. I'm done with it. Hold on, I'll be right back. But I'm at the point to where it's like, I'm kind of just letting you know I'm not coming. I'm not asking. I'm not asking for permission, paid or unpaid, whatever. Because my mind is already routed. Like, when I work for myself, if I'm not out making the money, I don't get none, right? So even if I'm working your 9 to 5 and you don't want to give me the PTO, you don't want to pay me. If I was working for myself, I wouldn't be getting paid anyway. You know what I'm saying? Now I got 11:30 to brand, so that's bringing in money. But before I didn't have 11:30. So if I'm not out in the streets making the money won't be made. So I'm like, if you don't approve my PTO, I'm not about to cry about it. I'm just not. Now, one thing about it though, our cruise that we're going on for our anniversary, they did approve all my days. So I will be getting paid on that cruise. But hypothetically speaking, if they don't approve me when I get ready to go on a cruise, you're supposed to call this line and let them know you're not coming day by day. There's allegedly no way around it. Even if you tell your manager, I'm not going to be here, so can you put something? There's nothing they can put in the system. Nothing. They can't do nothing for you. You have to call the line. I can't call the line in the middle of the ocean. So if they ever come to say we're not going to approve a cruise for me, that's my up until that cruise. These my last days here then. And it's not that if you don't pay me, I'ma quit. No. It's that I won't have the ability to follow your rules of calling you every day I'm not gonna be present. So I've already just made up in my mind that just is what that is. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna run y'all ear off all day. Just wanted to have a quick chit chat. I'm like, man, I feel like I'm going broke. But no, I don't feel like I'm going broke. I'm just, I guess when you're not happy in a position, you start to peep any and every itty bitty thing. And right now, recently, I've been peeping that my money was a bit longer when I was working for myself. So I got to get back to that. But I got to do it in a different way. If I don't want to run this car down, I got to figure out a way to get another car so that I can do what makes me a little bit more happy. I've even asked that job, can I move down to part-time? And we don't have part-time positions. I'm like, if I can go to that job part-time, if I can go to that job like 20, 25 hours a week, ooh, I think I'll be a little bit happier. Just a tad bit. I think I'll be a little bit more happier, but they don't have part-time positions allegedly, so it just is what it is. But like I mentioned, I got 3 orders and they have to be delivered within an hour and 15 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here so I can get organized, because I got to hustle and bustle when I get back in this store. I'm going to go ahead and end this video here, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Who's we? I'll see y'all on the next one, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know on the next video how my day went and how I'm feeling throughout this day. I'm also gonna be working tomorrow too, so y'all get a little update. Y'all will get a little update. I'm gonna focus on this road, get organized, and I'll see y'all in the next video. If y'all like chit chatting with me and you want to chit chat some more, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share, because right now King Day is out. Peace. The motherfucking building. Tonight is the night that I change your life. Cups of the rose, just in my old phone. I've been in this club too long. Fuck that nigga. And since you picked up, I know he's not around. I'm just saying you could do better.
Since we know how you really feel, it's how we feel.
Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump.
I like white folks, but I don't like you. All the niggas in the hood wanna fight you.
5 o'clock in the morning, conversation got boring.
I apologize for what I've done. I admit that I was losing control. Didn't know that I was selling my soul to someone who didn't care at all. Couldn't see that you were bad for me. Gave so much that it was making me weak.
I got a feeling that you might be. Do I turn you on? You can tell me if I'm wrong. And she don't need smoke, but she swear I got that dope. Hey, it ain't nothing to cut that bitch off. Hey, it ain't nothing to cut that bitch off.
You're my
can be my lover, my lady. If I could turn back time, then I'll make it so that you are my boo. I had to get to that money, nigga. Do you know how many nights I went to sleep, stomach hurting, I was hungry, nigga? These niggas was sleeping on me till I made them come up out they blanket. They say it costs to be the boss, but can somebody show me where to make payments? Cause I lost respect for these niggas. Cause when I was down on my ass, ain't none of y'all check on me, nigga.